Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am here 365 days of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We have got epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years, because I've been coming on every single day for years. I haven't missed a day in 3 years, 4 months, 3 years and 4 months, something like that. Anyway, if you're watching this on replay, hello, you go down in the description box. All the questions are listed out there. I timestamp them as I go. Or you can watch back, like up the speed to like 1.25 or something. I do that a lot on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you. That's not a trellis. Just saying. It's a rather metal trellis. Anyway, okay. If I seem a little bit slow on the upshot today, I ate something that did not agree with me. I'm okay. And I'm fine now. But I'm just saying, if there's, I'm hydrating. I've had some electrolytes. I'm going to be fine, but I'm not, every cylinder is not going. It's like most cylinders are going. So if I lose a few things here and there, you'll know why, but I'll be okay. All right, let me get out. I don't know. Let's get a good old faithful. Good old faithful today. Ricky says, and the star of the show, soon to enter a snoring contest with Ricky's dog, Lady, Boo-Boos and Kitty. Oh, he's sleeping over here today. He has a bed with but no, he decided he would rather be on this chair, which is flat, which doesn't have a bed. So anyway, Greek Hill, we still have a misfiring plug. Something. I'll be okay. Yeah, exactly, Lynette. All right. So anyway, oh no, I'm good. I'm gonna be good. I'm just, like I said, if I just seem a little, I'm getting there. So, exciting days. And yes, I was on last night. Thank you to Becca from House of Lenormand. Thank you for coming on. It was so great. It was so great. And afterward, I didn't actually, she went on after me, but I had to do post-production, and then I went out like a light. It had been a long day. So, but that was great. Anytime I can read with Becca is a good day. So there is that. Because, well, let's just start with the first question. Was Trump's latest stunt? And anyone who, okay, let me throw this in here quickly, because there might be some people who are like, what? Wait, what happened? The upshot is, on Thursday, when Trump was arraigned in DC, the judge specifically pointed out to him, you cannot intimidate witnesses. You cannot threaten witnesses. You cannot, do you understand this? And apparently Trump nodded. I think they should have made him say yes. But anyway, he nodded. Okay. So then yesterday he put out a post that said, in all caps, if you go after me, I'm coming after you. Which technically could be a threat against anyone in any of the cases, in which case technically couldn't everybody sue him at this point? But anyway, now his bubblegum machine lawyers are saying that it was nothing. It was just political talk. He was complaining about a particular PAC that he was right. Yeah. Ricky says, last night after Trump's narcissism came into play, I needed a cold beer and I quit drinking 18 years ago. Yeah. I don't drink at all. And there have been times in these last 5-6 years that I've really, it's like, maybe I should start. Anyway, so then Trump gave a speech last night, and he was again saying things he wasn't supposed to be saying. So, ding, 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 the special counsel within hours was like, hello, judge, we would like a special gag order, essentially, put on Trump because he has a history of intimidating witnesses. We are also very concerned that once he's given full discovery information, that he's going to take the fact that he now knows who's testifying against him, and he's going to basically sick his sick followers on witnesses and intimidate them. So we want you to put a nice big piece of tape, legal tape, over Trump's mouth. And that's actually what I put in the cover last night. It was Lady Justice, and there's an angry Trump on one side of the scale, and there's an angry Trump on the other side of the scale, but one has a big piece of tape over his mouth. Sorry, coming up. Having a slight lipstick issue. There we go. Sorted it out. And that would mean if he violates that, if he keeps threatening people, if he keeps doing whatever, he could potentially be cooling his lifts. I would say his heels, but really I'd be cooling his lifts in a jail cell for at least a little while. So as of this morning, I believe this is Judge Chutkan, who is going to be Thursday, Trump dealt with the magistrate court, but the judge for the case is going to be Judge Chutkan, Tanya S. Chutkan. And as of this morning, Donald J. Trump is hereby ordered that by 5 p.m. on August 7th, so Monday, by 5 p.m. on Monday, the defendant shall file a response to the government's motion for protective order, stating the defendant's position on the motion. If the defendant disagrees with any portion of the government's proposed protective order, his response shall include a revised version of that protective order with any modifications in red line. Signed, Judge Tanya S. Chutkan. Signed today, this morning. And now you're all caught up. There are all kinds of possibilities of how he could be held accountable or not. What I was getting, yes, Michelle L., exactly. Cooling his bone spurs in a prison. Yes, in a prison cell. Geek Hillbilly says she called Trump's bluff. Yes. And Heather Formosa says she ain't playing. Oh, no, she's not. No. So, what I was getting last night was that he's going to get some kind of warning. And then what is he going to do? He's going to keep running his mouth. He's going to say, but I'm running for president and I have to attack my opponents and blah, 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 and try whatever. And he's going to just keep running his mouth and he's going to get into trouble. I was trying to get a sense of, is he going to be put into a jail for even a night? it starts getting complicated. But I did get that Judge Chutkin, and then what he's going to be dealing with in Georgia, that these judges they've had enough. And these prosecutors like Jack Smith, Fani Willis, etc., Alvin Bragg, they have plenty of examples to point to say, look, he intimidates witnesses. Look, he tries to intimidate witnesses. Look, he blabs important information. So, is Trump going to finally felony around and find out? Yes, JR, how many warnings needs to be held? Yes. But I want to say that that judge has to give a warning, and then that warning is blown through. Now, traditionally, what this could end up with is that I know one of the potential punishments would be if the defendant is found guilty, more time will be added onto their sentence because they were blowing through court orders, what have you. But that doesn't help us, because by that point, the damage is done, because he's intimidating witnesses and giving a great big middle finger to justice in our country. So I kept getting the emperor, meaning Trump, in an institution. Not saying, I have a feeling he'll end up in a psych unit or something for a bit. I don't know about that. I don't know. But I was getting institution. So, he's feeling very put upon. But he's a sociopathic narcissist. So, that's what they do. That's the game they play. 10 of Swords. They have you dead to rights. Ace of Cups. So, a new motion here. King of Swords. Hello, Jack Smith. Hermit. Hush. Justice. Oh, this is happening. Oh, this is happening. Yes. Yeah. It doesn't matter how aggrieved he feels. It's like, no, you don't mess around and intimidate people. You be quiet. Major arcana. With the prosecutor right in the middle. This new action. So this protection order, as you want to call it, gag order, however you want to call it. Valderay, I'm not going to repeat that because I don't want to put that out in the ether. Just saying. I'm not ignoring you. All right, so there's definitely going to be a thing, and then when he violates it, what will happen? He's never held accountable. He's never been held accountable. Never. He has no coping skills, and he has almost no impulse control. Ace of Pentacles. You give him information, you give him whatever, and he'll do something with it. 5 of Pentacles, Hanged Man. Well, he's also seriously running out of money. Seriously. He's having to spend millions of the suckers' money, the MAGA donors, just to try to keep afloat. But this is the Hangman. This would be him strung up by his heels. So does that mean that Donald J. for Genius Trump, is he going to be forced to, is he going to be held? Is he going to be put in like a jail? Or is he going to be banned from social media or something like that until the trial? Because he'll try to argue that, oh, I'm running, this is attacking a political opponent. If you stop me from communicating, then I can't run for president if I can't say anything negative about anybody. I mean, I hate to say it, but Judge Shutkin is going to have to take the time and use the crayons to explain it to him in vivid detail, what he can say and what he can't. And it's still not going to work. So what does that hanged man refer to? Oh, Trumpy. 10 of Swords. Again, that 10 of Swords. This is the time. It was the time of felonying around. It was the time of finding out. And this is the time of finding out. Queen of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, 2 of Swords. All right. So I'm not, first of all, this feels like Fani Willis. Lawyer's trying to, his lawyer's trying to make whatever stupid case they're making. 2 of Pentacles. See, it's not straightforward. I get a legal decision. And does he have to stop talking? Or is he physically restrained somewhere? Because I don't, who just said a fine? Elflower When Star says a fine should happen. He should be fined. But is a fine really going to have any effect on him? Again, Queen of Cups. 6 of Cups. Hierophant. 5 of Wands. He just abuses the system. And he will continue to do so. We just want to live in a country where laws matter. Truth matters. This is the institution. He's trying to stir things up. Where there's a history of him stirring up things like the January 6th riot, where people attack the Capitol. But what happens to Trump? There's nothing. I'm not getting the answer, which makes me think that it might be something I'm not thinking of. Julie M says seize the assets. Well, didn't Letitia James just come out with something? Yes, number 7, question number 7. Oh, Grift Co might be in just a little bit of trouble. That's number 7. It's going to be very exciting. Okay, so I do not want anything bad to happen. I do not want him to die. I do not want him to get horribly sick. I do not want that. I want this man behind bars legally. Scary Harpy says maybe we're not to know at this time. All right, well, will his health make it? Ace of Cups. 3 of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. He has excellent health care. Chariot. No, he's fine. I don't have him. I don't have him leaving us. Ricky's asking an ankle monitor. Well, he'd need a mouth monitor because an ankle monitor won't actually do anything. And Elflower When Star says nothing will happen. I'm getting something. There's a decision. But I'm not getting what? Magician. Queen of Swords, Knight of Cups, Sun. Yeah, the investigations, the moving forward, the things brought to light, but all right. I wish I could. I would love to be one of those readers who could just say, I have an answer for every question, but I don't get an answer for every question. So then maybe there's something novel. Maybe there's something. Ricky says maybe sees his phone and his computers. If he sees his phone, that might be an option. But he uses other people's phones. That's in the charging documents from Jack Smith. He uses other people's phones around him. Well, anyway, but there's definite movement here, and he's definitely going to blow it, and he's definitely going to face some kind of consequences. I'm just not getting the specifics of like what form is that going to take, but he is absolutely about to be. This is not just going to go, oh, well, okay, I guess we'll just let it. No, that's not what I'm getting. They're not just going to, it's not going to be, oh, whatever. No. All right. So at 21:15, will he finally go to jail once he inevitably, well, let's say, let's just check. We check in every once in a while. Will Trump go to jail? Just a basic prison. Will Trump go to prison? We check in every once in a while. But let's have a look. Lurking Lady says, I don't understand how he's physically doing all of this garbage. I'm 63. He's 77. I couldn't keep up with his schedule, but I'm sane and I take no pharmaceuticals. Ding, 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 ding. He's, crimey McCrimerton here. Crimey McCrime. Cases against him are very strong. Why do I have 4 cards? World. Oh, the way his life as he's known it, that's done. Page of Swords. He's still a bully. Legal action. Moving forward. And he's going to be very, very busy. He is very busy. But I'm missing a card. And granted, like I could be that, like I said, I'm firing on most cylinders, not all today, but there's something we don't know. There's something here. There's like a missing piece. So will he be held in some kind of, will he be held somewhere? Any kind of like institution that will contain him. High Priestess. Justice. Judgment. Knight of Cups. He's can be found guilty and guilty and guilty and guilty and guilty, and there's even more to come. There's a piece missing. Okay, moving on. Thread of Hope is asking about how scared is Team Trump? Lawyers, families. That's at 24 minutes in. Trump's team put out a statement trying to walk back his threatening posts, saying he was speaking about his political opponents, RINOS and super PACs, etc. The DOJ protective order has them scrambling. How scared is Team Trump? Lawyers, family, etc. Well, they're not even with him. If heaven forbid my father was on trial for anything, I would be there. Whatever it took, I would be there. So, thank you, Frida Smet. 6 of Swords. How scared. They're afraid he is going to prison. Star. 9 of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. Really? The people closest to him. Tells you what kind of person he is. That they're just worried about themselves. They're important, and they don't want this rogue DOJ going after them. They want to. Whew. So I can sit pretty, and they can go after him, including his kids. Man. Okay, so Kristen. Okay, so this could be a thing. 2630. No, 2620. Kristen from Uncover the News. Thank you for the headlines. According to Glenn Kirschner, we love Glenn Kirschner, the court could issue an order to show cause, which would force Trump to stand in front of the judge and explain his posts and things he said in speeches to the judge. Explain it item by item. Explain how it is this indeed is not hateful, defamatory, or meant to incite violence. This includes posts and items from his speeches. While this would be amusing to watch, could it actually happen? Yes. Seems like that would be a normal course of things. Like even Judge Chutkan is saying Trump's people have until 5 p.m. on Monday to respond to the idea of a protective order. So he doesn't have a leg to stand on, but okay. 5 of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Magician. This is lies. This is, I'm going to do this little dance and try to knock down your little arguments and be petty and stupid. And I got one up on you, haha. Yes, I think something like this is likely to happen. Okay. So, $28.10. Fani Willis and the Fulton County Sheriff, who is one of our new favorite people, who, by the way, has said that he is going to treat Trump the same way I treat all of my customers. Trump is going to get fingerprinted. There is going to be a mugshot. And from what I heard, Trump is going to be handcuffed. Oh, please let there be a picture. Oh, please, Lord. I know we don't talk often. Anyway, Fani Willis and the Fulton County Sheriff are watching the aftermath of Trump's last indictment unfold. Will there be an attempt to hold Trump in Georgia pre-trial? How far is this treated like every other customer the sheriff has? Geek Hillbilly, let there be a video of the Georgia Perp Walk. Please let there be a video of the Georgia Perp Walk. Felony around and find out. All the evidence is laid out. Every T is crossed. Every I is dotted. Ricky says, picture. I want an MTV music video of it. in white lettering in the corner here, Donald Trump's arrest. All right, Ace of Swords. Oh, that would be a new action. Lovers, Four of Swords, Seven of Swords, Five of Cups. See, normally this Four of Swords is quiet as a tomb. And quite often this is where legal matters kind of go to die. I don't think that's what this is. Because there are definitely legal matters going. The other thing to remember is that I don't believe Fani Willis is just going to, she's not just going to go after Trump. She's likely to go after people in Congress, fake electors who were not conned. So there's going to be multiples. And this could very well be somebody sitting in jail, very quiet jail, to cool their jets because of theft and continuing to just screw around. So again, oh, thank you, Reality Anchor. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Sarah sent me something. Okay, this is what Kristen just put in the chat. Breaking news, in USA versus Trump in D.C., Trump moves to delay having to respond to the government's motion for a protective order until the 10th, and then asks judge to set the matter down for oral argument, achieving further delay. Don't do it. Give him an inch. He will take a mile. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Motion, lying, obfuscation, entertainment only YouTube. Melissa Helton says, I'm not sure that Fani will even indict Trump these next 2 weeks. My gut says she's going after the little fish while Jack is reeling in the big orange fish. I mean, that's a possibility. It isn't what I've been picking up, but let me see. I can, let's have a look. So they're going to attempt to hold him pre-trial. Her case is really strong. Sharon Rice says, we are disinclined to acquiesce to your request. I love hanging out with you guys. All right. High Priestess, Tower, Queen of Cups. You're so toast. And it's the women. It is women who will bring Trump down. Kaboom. Right there. We're going to see. We're going to see because it's coming. Boom. And what I was mentioning earlier about 3340, in saying something as menacing yet vague as his tweet about if you come after me, I'll come after you, it's been noted that Trump is in danger in all of his other cases too. Could this protective order, or what he did that has caused Smith to ask for protective order, could this start a chain reaction? Could we see them filed in other cases? Bragg's case, Eugene Carroll's, documents case in Florida. Bellflower Wind Stars talking about Monday for Georgia. It has to be Monday for Georgia. Starting at 5 a.m. Monday morning, Fani Willis has had them not only 70% of the people working in the courthouse in Georgia and her office are staying home. They're working from home. There's security, and she is, as of 5 a.m. Monday morning, she has shut down the streets around the courthouse through at least the 18th. It's happening Monday. Yeah. 4 of Cups. Because he doesn't listen. Queen of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. King of Wands. He's just a guy. This is America. We don't have kings. He's got a huge burden. There are mountains of evidence against him. He's been trying to make as much money as he can to try to pay off these legal fees, but he's cruising for a bruising as Tor. It's not going to go well for him. There's so many cases, and there are going to be so many different kinds of pressures from all the different cases. Hey, I own a small business. It's very, very small, but I own a very, very small business. I don't see the FBI raiding my house. I don't get letters from the IRS. I don't get, because I'm honest. Try it. You might like it. Now, this has to be one of my favorite questions today. I think you're really going to enjoy this one. We've made it to number 7 at 36:30. Cast your mind into the past when Fani Willis hired a retired judge to oversee Grift Co, aka Trump org, to make certain that they weren't moving assets overseas, hiding assets, doing various nefarious things, doing their level best to potentially commit bank fraud, insurance fraud, mail fraud, right? And this retired judge, who is keeping an eye, looking over Donnie's shoulder, somebody looking over his shoulder for the first time, is telling him no again. But this is bigger. The Financial Monitor retired Judge Barbara Jones, bless you, Barbara Jones, that was assigned to the Trump org trial by A.G. James in the court, has released a report to the judge in the case stating that important financial information that the Trump org is required to turn over to lenders is incomplete. That the Donald J. Trump Revocable Trust has consistently reported its financial statements attesting to the accuracy of those statements, and that the trust inconsistently reported depreciation expense. Felony around and find out. Could this signal the beginning of the end or the end of Grift Co? You were told. Have a good day, Hilda. Thank you. You were told. Quit lying. Becca's here, House of Lenormand. Thank you for coming on last night. It was really fun. Thank you. So, Grift Co. Been messing around some more, huh? Oh, and they're struggling. They are struggling. Insult to injury. Yeah, you were told. You were told not to do this, and you're still doing it. The court said. You just spit in their faces. Yeah. Page of Cups. They don't take oversight seriously because they haven't really been held accountable for things. Oh, they can't be on board of a charity for 10 years, yeah, they're really going to lose sleep over that. Where's the stars? We're the star. We don't have to worry. We do what we want. So, what's going to happen to Grift Co? Working. They spend more time. This feels like they spend more time trying to sort through legal matters than actually trying to do any work. And considering how many videos Junior makes, I'm guessing he doesn't spend much time at work. 3 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Now this is the Monitor. They're trying. We'll move stuff overseas. We can't. We'll do. We can't. It's like her aunt, because she's too honest. It's like she holds everything in place, whereas they've only survived by robbing Peter to pay Paul, lie about the state of things, what things are worth. Oh, that's just business. No, it's not. It's fraud. There's a difference between business and fraud. And if you do not know the difference, you should not own a business. Just saying. So, yeah. It's kind of like on an earthquake. They in Japan, these great big tall buildings, skyscrapers they've built in Japan. You'd think, how can that survive with all the earthquakes you get in Japan? Well, the new building, the way they've built them, is the whole building is sitting on, it's like giant rubber. It's not, but giant. It's like there's a giant rubber hockey puck, for lack of a better terms, and they're on the different parts of the underneath. So as the ground shifts, the buildings can not just sway side to side, but the whole thing can adjust to keep itself more level. And they've been messing around, and she's like, nope, you're not moving. And when the earthquake of regular business problems that come up that everybody has to deal with happen, you have to take it. You got to deal with it as is, like everybody else who's following the law. And they can't. They can't. Anyway. All right. So JR had a question. I have not read on this. 4320. Did military school have a negative impact on Trump, or was where he is now always the bad path that he was going to travel? Well, my understanding is he was sent to military school because they were trying to rein him in. The parents Trump do not, Fred and Mary do not seem like mother and father of the year in the first place. But Trump was, there is an argument to be made when it comes to, Kill Bill got me with those rubber baby buggy bumpers in Japan act like shock absorbers. You're making me do tongue twisters. I told you I'm not firing on all cylinders. No, you're sweet. Thank you. Visualize 70 says Donald Trump only has to use his amazing mental powers to make the unlaundered money clean. You're right. Exactly. Have a great week, Maria. But there's an argument about what creates narcissism. Is it nature or nurture? It's probably a little bit of both. But it's not just that. It's also personal choice. It just is. Hello, Faye. So they sent him to military school because he was being so awful. So did that make him worse? Did that keep everything the same? Okay, my throat chakra, it feels like it feels like I just got punched in my throat chakra. Excuse me. Boom. Ricky, we are going to disagree on that. So, Seven of Cups. Well, it wasn't just that he was a bully. He's a liar. He's a liar. And there's a particular thing in astrology that makes it, if there's somebody who's lying a lot, I will go look at their chart and I'll say, do they have Mercury communication square, so grinding up against Neptune, which is fantasy, the immaterial. So anytime they try to communicate, there's always this fakeness, fantasy, lies, because there are a lot of people who have Mercury square Neptune who aren't like that. They choose not to be, and so they use that energy for good, and he doesn't. Queen of Swords, 10 of Cups, and 8 of Wands. Okay, this is him at military school. Whoever was left at home had their lives got easier because he wasn't there. And this actually allowed him to be more obnoxious and be a bully and not get in trouble for it. It did not do him. Would a regular school have been any better? Insult to injury. No. CM says that military school was full of boys like him. I think he picked up a lot of stuff from them too. It's where you sent misbehaving boys. Mm-hmm. No, he's got affluenza. He's his moral center is a void of emptiness, and he's going to face judgment for all of this. So, no, he has made choices. There are people who've had parents like Fred Trump who then said, you know what? I'm going to be better. Yeah, that never occurred. Glenn Bird had a question about something that's been floating around on ye old interwebs, which is the idea that Trump wants the Supreme Court to rule in favor of Trump's plea to throw out the January 6 indictments. So will they? JR says, what was his turning point? There were a million of them. They were every time he could have chosen to be cruel, selfish, and vicious, or he could have stopped and listened to someone, because many people along the way were like, hey, there's a better way. It's a choice. But anyway, Supreme Court. Hi. Going to throw out all of Trump's January 6 indictments. Janelle says his own brother was better. Yeah. Yeah. Lisa 4-4 says, how low can he go with his low vibration? Oh, on the other side, pop out of your body and sink straight down to the compacted low vibration levels. Go hang out with Epstein again. Supreme Court. Well, Trump's a fool, and they know that. As of Norman's asking, does SCOTUS usually take on criminal cases? They'll take on. They'll take on anything. You know, if they think it's important. No, they won't. This actually feels like something that spins, that you come toward it and it pushes you past. Trump's going to try all kinds of things at the Supreme Court, but this is poof, no, and then Page of Pentacles. So Trump's all bigly mad because the other side, they're with their weak arguments and this evidence thing, are getting the best of him, and he's the victim and he's the worst. No one's been treated worse than him ever. All right, so Thread of Hope was wondering about the big political legal cases in Michigan. There were two of them, so I'll do kind of a quick double reading here at 5150. There are two big political legal cases playing out in Michigan right now: fake electors and improper access to voting machines. Someone actually tried to break in to the voting machines and the system. Yes. Hi. Do you see guilty verdicts for those charged in Michigan? All right. Well, okay. This could get. I'm going to go for like an overall-ish type. Fake electors, improper access to voting machines in Michigan. Hello, Michigan. Lovely state. Fake electors, improper access. The case is strong. Yeah. Fake electors. No, we have real electors. Thanks. America has real electors, and you tried to just gin up a bunch of stuff. Oh, look, we have our electors right here. Oh, look, we have our documentation right here. Oh, we met in a conference room at a Ramada, and now we are the new electors. Sit down. Improperly trying to access voting machines. The thing you said others were doing, but we wanted to see if they'd been tampered with. So you tampered with something to see if it had been tampered with. If one of these days I'm going to snap, I'm just going to beating my head against his desk. Page of Cups, Ace of Wands, and King of Swords. This whole voting thing, obviously, we know what's right. We should be able to elect who we want, not this whole voting thing. Really? Because that is prosecution, and that is a really strong case against you. Felony around and find out. These people. Jeez. Oh, there we go. Eileen's asking 50. Is this the same thing? 5445? Okay, this might be the same thing. Eileen was saying on the same day as that Trump was arraigned, Michigan GOP Attorney General nominee Matthew DePerno was charged with a voting machine breach. What will happen to him? Matthew DePerno, come on down. You have been accused of voting machine breach. I have had a good life. I have been many places. I've seen many things. I have done many things. I have very cute I have two very cute kitties. I have never tried to breach a voting machine. Who does that? Temperance. Judgment. Oh, he felt like he could if he's guilty. And it was part of it. Okay, entertainment only YouTube. What I am getting is you think that you have a right to do whatever you want. Mary Smith says, you have two kitties? Yes, but Brave Sir Alfred of Pumpkin, he finds this room very boring. So he rules the rest of the house. He's in the front window so he can see everything and everybody. Anyway, he's in the front window of the house. Anyway, this is the entitlement. It just, all of this reeks of the entitlement affluenza. Ugh. And yes, I mean, it's taken a while, temperance, but there's judgment, and it's right there. So I entertainment only, but that's what the cards are saying. And says, can I ask if Pumpkin was in his window? Thanks. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, he is. He has to keep an eye on everything. All right. Glenn's been asking questions about Ukraine that I haven't necessarily been getting to, so let's definitely do one now at 57:25. Bless you, Ukraine. Ukraine has damaged a Russian warship and oil tanker in the last 2 days. Good. Russia, don't invade. It's not yours. Smack your hand. Fit. Not yours. Not yours. Will this slow Russia's attempt to blockade Ukrainian ports? Oh, yes, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, that's right. Russia's trying to starve people to death. Yes, thread of hope. How much is that pumpkin in the window? Oh, dear. Lovers. Ace of Wands, Star, World. Russia is losing. Russia is going to lose. Russia does horrible things, but Ukraine has got the world at their back. They are fighting for survival. They are doing an amazing job. And Russia is going to lose. Now, in the short term, will it slow Russia's attempt to blockade the ports? It could be, but Russia's going to lose. And that's what I'm getting there. Isabel Moss says, pumpkin window security. Yes. Yes. All right. Oh, man. And the energy's gnarly today. It just really is. But don't forget, tomorrow, if you are, if you're feeling a bit out of sorts or something astrologically, tomorrow, the sun in the sky, so our collective sense of self, is going to be square. So that grit grinding, uncomfortable is going to be square Jupiter, which is big and expansive and lucky. Also can be full of hot air on the negative side. And Jupiter rules Sagittarius, the 9th house, the house of law. And even though it will be separating by Monday morning, that's still going to be in effect. So us and law going to be all grinding against each other today, tomorrow, Monday. So Katie Arbuckle got a job today. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yes. Visualist 77 says, what's the big yellow thing? Big yellow. Here? I don't have anything. Big yellow? I don't know. Anyway, Alan, you're not alone. Alan says, I just wish Russia would lose sooner. I agree. Yeah. Elizabeth Laura, is it? We got creamed with solar energy last night, ongoing today. So if you feel tired, out of sorts, that could be why. There we go. There we go. And Faye says, get on the gray chair of happiness and pet boo-boo zen kitty. Take care of yourself. Yes. Anyway. All right. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If anything breaks, I will come back on. I've got extra emergency live stream set up with a delayed multi-day delay on. You can only chat if you are subscribed for X number of days, which will keep the trolls out. And let's see, it is 1:05 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome. And other than that, I'll be right back here tomorrow. All right. So have a wonderful day. You're not alone. We are in this together. And Lordy, there are good days ahead. All right. Take care. Take care. If you're not feeling well, I hope you feel better.